Hey guys, hope you're all well. Hope this video finds you well. So we're not gonna play around. Okay. We don't have time for all that because the tea has been spilled and it's real hot, it's real disturbing, it's real sad. So anyway, let me just start by saying those who don't believe racism is real, it is real and it's in the royal family too. Okay, it ain't just normal people out here, it is everywhere. Okay, people who choose to not think that it's real, I don't know what world you live in. I really don't. Yes, we do say that it's not that bad nowadays, but it's still there. It is still there. Okay. I think we all knew that the royal family is racist. We just didn't say it out loud. We know it. We just don't say it. And when Meghan was talking about it, she just like opened the floodgates and she just literally, what's the word? She confirmed it basically. She literally confirmed that they are racist. So Americans think that being in the royal family is a fairy tale. You know how you see the films, Married to the Prince. It's all about luxury, having cups of teas, lying around in the flowers and relaxing. No, it is far from the truth. We Brits know what the deal is. People outside think it's fairy tales. It is not fairy tales. That's not how it's set up to be. Okay? They actually work, people. They work. Them going around to all different places and stuff in a holiday. They're out there working and like constantly up down up down. That's work. I really don't think Meghan knew what she was getting into. She said it herself. She did not research her husband. You know, she knew about him, but she said she did not go on Google and research him or whatever. And I think their relationship pretty went from 0 to 100 in less than 6 months, literally, and give her time to really get to know what she was getting into. One minute she was a girlfriend of a prince. The next month they were walking down the aisle in front of the world. So it was like she got swept off her feet and she just didn't clock on what was gonna happen. She didn't clock on how her life was gonna change. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't know nothing. One thing that she said that is that apparently they got married 3 days before the actual wedding, and I think that was actually sweet because the private one, I guess they wanted it for themselves, just a private ceremony, them two, you know. But obviously, the big wedding, that's like for the world. That's not actually your wedding. That's for the world. So I think it was really sweet that they got to, do a private ceremony for them too. And but then apparently the part, what they didn't say, but I had it, I think somewhere on online, some media or something that was saying that apparently they got married. That marriage that they did a few days later wasn't legit or something, and I'm like, y'all are so petty. Y'all are just They already, before you even went, the actual interview went live, because I think they saw maybe clips or whatever. They already were out here saying no, it wasn't legit. It wasn't legit. That wasn't their marriage. It wasn't legit. But she said they actually went to the archbishop and they got married, a couple of days before that. So it was legit. She also said, I don't know if everyone remembers that thing that was in the newspaper, um, that she made Kate cry. She actually said it was the other way around. Like Kate made her cry, and it was about I think the Flower Girls dresses or something. But the thing is, what the tabloids don't tell you obviously is that when the tabloids released it, it was like 6 months after it had happened, and apparently when that happened, Kate actually apologized to her and she sent her flowers and a note to say sorry for what she did. Did the tabloids tell us that? No, no, because what tabloids do is just want to sell newspapers and hate on the girl. Okay, that's what they did. So see, don't believe everything the newspaper tells you. Don't do it. We're all learning, honestly. Even me, I'm learning this year not to believe everything that I read online, because you just can't trust everything. So yeah, the newspaper didn't tell you that. Meghan also said herself that she was naive going into this. She said that she was naive going into the home, the joining the royal family and what it meant. Even there was a time upon the first time she met the queen. she didn't know. She didn't know she had to curtsy in private. She thought you only curtsy in public, like if there's people around or whatever, then that's when you curtsy in front of her. And Harry was like, no, you have to curtsy to her every time. So she had to learn in 2.2 seconds how to curtsy. And apparently she curtsied so low that everyone remembers her doing that. They're like, oh, you know, the queen was saying, your curtsy is very low, or something like that. But yeah, you have to, I didn't even know that. You have to curtsy in private. Even though there's four walls, you and her, you still have to curtsy. So this whole thing where they remember when she used to hold her belly and she would listen, I'm just gonna random from topic to topic and I'm just gonna give you my point of view. But when she used to hold her belly and the tabloids would be like, oh, why is she holding her belly? Why can't she just let her belly go? And I'm thinking, why do you care? It's her belly, it's her baby. Why can't she hold it? If she wants to hold it, she can hold it. But really, when Kate was pregnant, she would hold her belly. They wouldn't say nothing. They'll be like, oh, Kate is holding her, you know, she's caressing her belly. But when Meghan done it, oh, it was World War IV. Why is she touching her belly all the time? Why is she doing this? Why do you care? You see, this is the way the borderline racism comes in, and how they picked on her, and literally just everything she did, they wanted her to be a villain. But when Kate done something, she's an angel. Also, going into the whole royal family and stuff, apparently she was told no, like if anyone asked her questions, if she was out or whatever, and or tabloids or whatever, they asked her something, she would have to say no comment. And they said, tell that to all your family and friends. They have to say no comment, and we will protect you. Did they protect her? No, they did not protect the girl. She didn't say nothing. She didn't say anything at all. They would put out all these the newspaper or whatever, the media, the tabloids. They'll put out stuff. She would not say nothing. But the institute or the monarchy did not protect her. They just let the newspaper run with it, and they did not protect her. But yet, if somebody like Kay or somebody else in the royal family done something, they'll go out that way to protect them over the silly smallest things. They will protect them, but they will not protect Meghan. Now remember, let's differentiate this. The family is one thing, and the monarchy or institute is is another thing. The institute runs the family, and so the institute says what goes, what doesn't go, how to act, how to do this stuff. Okay. Yeah. They also were saying I think when they were dating, I think that's what Meghan says or Harry said, when they were dating, they were saying that Meghan should have continued to do acting because they could not afford to look after her. I'm sorry? What? Racism? Not here? No? No? Okay. How can you say you can't afford to look after her? She was told to stay home and not leave the house for months on end. And when she would ask, oh, can I go out and see my friend for a cup of tea? They said, nah, I don't think that would look good on the monarchy. Oh, can I go out, take a walk? Nah, I don't think that would be good on the monarchy. Like the girl was stuck in the house, apparently. Oh, because I think when she got married, or was it when she came from Canada or Australia? She was everywhere. So they were like, oh, you're all over the press, you're everywhere, you need to stay low. What is wrong with her being everywhere? Like, it's jealousy? Are you jealous because she's everywhere? Are you jealous that she's liked by everyone? Are you jealous because she's popular? Like, I don't understand. You would think that would have been good for the institute, for the monarchy, but no, they wanted her to stay in the house. Can't leave the house. You have to stay in. And remember, guys, when she got married, they took her passport, they took her driving license, they took her keys, her car keys. Like that sounds like that is very controlling. She literally said they were controlling her. It's a being locked up in a building very high that you can't come out of. She can't just walk out the gate. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take an Uber. I'm going. No, she can't do that. Like, honestly, for someone to take your passport and your car keys or whatever, driving license, you can't do jack. You're in a foreign country anyway. Like, how was I? Wow. She literally lifted the lid off the royal family. She's just telling how they run. She just told how this institute runs. And I'm thinking the next girl or colored girl that may want to get into the institute or the royal family, now you will know. You will know what goes on, and then you can decide what you're gonna do. That what's it called? The the tennis game she went to of Serena, that game she went to with Kay. She said, "Don't believe everything you see," meaning that was probably set up to pretend that, oh yeah, they get on and everything is cool. She was because Oprah asked her, so you and Kate, you had that, you went to that game, was everything okay? She was like, "Don't believe everything you see." So they set it up to make them look like they're all good and well, which she said there probably is some kind of drama there. Maybe Kate is jealous that she's so popular or something. She didn't say anything that there was bad blood between them two. But when she says, "Don't believe everything you see," you have to read behind the line and be like, okay, this was just set up for publicity to be like, okay, we need to show the world that they get on. We need to show the world that, they're friends. But really, no, they're not. They're not friends. I don't know if anyone saw that bit where she was in South Africa and the reporter asked her, "Are you okay?" And literally the girl looked like she was about to cry. She was like, she was not okay. She was pregnant. She was tired. She had also asked the institute to help her. Like everything was getting too much for her. She asked them to help her. You know what they said? They said, "No, we can't help you." She literally said, "I need to go somewhere and get help. I need to stay somewhere for a bit." Did they say yes? No, they said, "We can't help you, boo. No, we're not helping you." I'm like, literally, seemed that everything was against her. Every door was being shut in her face, left, right, and center. Like she didn't know what to do. She was going to the institute, which is meant to help. But no, they were like, "No, we ain't helping you, boo boo. Go back to your room, lock it, because you ain't going out." That part where the royal family, when they have the baby, they come out on the steps of the hospital, they take a picture with the baby. They didn't take one. And then the tabloid was saying she made rules. She made up her own rules. She didn't want to take it. She's being a diva. But she said nobody asked them to do it. Nobody asked them to take the picture. But did the institute say that? No, they're not going to say that. Because, again, they want to paint her into this villain like, oh yeah, she doesn't want to follow the rules, or she doesn't want to do this. She doesn't want to do what we're telling her. The girl said they never asked her to do this picture. They didn't. Why? We shall see. To me, I feel like the media really broke her down. They really traumatized her. They really picked on her skin tone. They were racism. They were racism. They were racist against her. They were just, and then I think the media just did the most on this girl to the point where she wanted to take her life. She didn't want to live anymore. Like, how? All this because you got married into the royal family. They tormented you to the point, the media tormented you to the point, or the institute tormented you to the point where you want to take your life. That, I'm sorry, I don't care. All this royal family and no, nothing is worth taking your life over. I'm sorry, that is not worth taking your life over. Royal family is not worth being in the royal family is not worth taking your life over. No. And this is where you have to understand why Harry done what he done. If his wife was to the point of that, he was a good husband to be like, "Listen, we're finished. We're done here. We need to go. I'm not about to lose my wife because of royal and all this." He was not doing it. He wasn't. He was like, "I'm protecting my family. We're going. Let's bounce. Let's go." The fact that she even asked the monarchy, she went to the monarchy, to the institute, to ask them for help, and they said, "No, this will not look good on the institute, on the monarchy." What do you mean? A person's life is on the line, and you're saying this will not look good on the monarchy? Would you prefer that she died? Would that look better on the monarchy? No? Yes? It doesn't make sense. Like, it really doesn't make sense to me. Someone comes and tells you, "I need help. Please, I'm sure they could have done something and, let her, go for help, and, nobody would have known, not even the one would have known and stuff. I'm sure they could have done that and kept it hush hush, but they didn't care. Why? Because she's black. They did not welcome her in the institute. They did not want her there because she was black. They didn't want her, so they didn't care about her life. Okay, thirsty. During these thoughts of, her being suicidal, she told her there was a day when Harry had to go to do an event, and she told him how she felt like she was feeling suicidal. And Harry said, I can't, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think Harry said he had to do this event. So she decided to go with him. And there was the picture where she was wearing the black sparkly dress. She was pregnant. She said that that day was that she was crying on and off when they were in the, what do you call them, the royal balconies or whatever, in the theaters, in the balcony, the top ones. Every time the light will come on, there'll be smiles. The light will go off, she would cry, literally she was in tears. And then there'll be like, lights are coming, then she'll, fix her face. And at one point when they were walking, she said she zoomed into this picture where they were holding hands, and you could see Harry was holding her hand so tight that, almost the blood was not, flowing to the rest of her fingers, because he was just like holding on to his wife, like, I got you. Like, I'm like, oh my God. This is why people say do not judge, because it's just a picture. Literally, it is a picture, and people think, the picture showed her she was happy. Yeah, it's a picture. It does not show the emotion. It does not show how someone's feeling. It doesn't. So for us to judge like that, I think this kind of programs teach us not to judge. Do not judge what somebody's going through over a picture, over a video they made. Don't judge, because people can't hide their emotions, because they're either forced to do stuff, or they have to do stuff. They have to look a certain way for a certain role, and that's what happened with Meghan. She had to look a certain way for the role that she was playing in the royal family. You can't be crying, because they're like, fix yourself up. You have to look pretty. You have to look presentable. Now let's talk about Archie, little Archie. So, guys, I have my notebook down here because there's a lot that was going on. I had to write stuff, okay? Meghan said when she was pregnant, they had a discussion saying that Archie would not be prince or princess. And apparently she was asking why. And I think they didn't tell her at first or something like that. But at the end, she said, I need to read this because I will not remember. She said, I heard this partly from Meghan and partly from a newsreader woman, that there's King George V, or in 1917, King George V said only those in direct line of succession are allowed to be princes. Meaning, because the queen the queen is the queen, so her grandkids are the princes. Okay, so meaning when Charles becomes king, his grandchildren will be princes and princesses. So that's when Archie will be a prince. But for now, he's not a prince. He's just regular person. And this is why they were saying they can't protect him, because he doesn't have he doesn't have that title. They were like, oh, so we can't protect Archie. And she was like, well, she was confused. It's like, even me, I'm confused. I'm like, listen, he's of royal blood. His dad is a prince. He should be protected. But no, they said because the boy is not a prince, he will not be protected. They can't protect him. That's it. I was like, this is some bullshit. Boo. It's boo. It is literally boo. I don't know. She was saying that at one point she was saying I think they made it up. Even me, I'm thinking this is made up. But then when they brought the whole 1917, but at the same time they can, if they wanted to, they could have scrapped that. They literally could have scrapped that and protected the boy. But nah, I don't think they really wanted to. So they played on the whole 1917 George who said this, and they played on that. Oh, and here's a kicker. Racism. Ding, ding, ding. Someone in the royal family, she didn't say who, was asking about how dark Archie would be. Like, really? Seriously? They actually they didn't even tell it to Meghan. They were I think they were having a discussion with Harry, and they were asking him. They were wondering how dark his skin would be, and Harry's the one who told Meghan. And I think that's when Harry clocked, like, okay, there's racism here. There is, because for you to be saying, trying to. So if the what if I mean Archie, when you look at him, he looks almost white. So what would have happened if he was darker? Sorry, what would have happened if he was dark skin? What would they have done? I literally wonder what would they have done if Archie came out dark skin. You understand? This tea is real hot and real revealing. We shall know the truth this time. Meghan just done the whole world a favor and literally flip the lid on the royal family, because the whole world thinks, oh yeah, the royal family are lovely. They're this, they're that. No, not all of them. A lot of them are douchebags. A lot of them are racist. And there's probably some nice ones in there. But yeah, the royal family is racist. And I think I don't watch that show, the Royals. I don't watch it because I can't be bothered, no, that interested in it. But whoever's watching it, you should start believing a lot of the stuff they talk, because it seems like a lot of the stuff they're talking about is truth. Oh, and because she's pregnant, they're having a little girl. I'm like, oh, they have a little girl and a boy, and they say their family is complete. I'm like, oh, they have a boy and a that is lovely. And there was a bit where Oprah was going to their house, and they have like a little chicken coop with chickens they rescued. And what else was in there? All I saw was chickens, I think. That's what I could see. They have a lot of chickens in there. And the fact that when they said they rescued them, I was like, you did what? I was like, you rescued chickens? She was like, we rescued chickens from the slaughterhouse. I'm like, wow. I didn't know chickens could be rescued from slaughterhouses, but here we go. She rescued chickens. Harry said when he came on, they done the interview separate. Harry came on and he said he did not want to repeat what happened to his mom. Now, those who are alive at that time, I saw some bits of it. She was bombarded by the tabloids. She was chased up everywhere she was. There was tabloids. Everywhere she went, there was tabloids. Even when she broke up with the dad, there was tabloids. There was tabloids everywhere, literally. And when he said he doesn't want what happened to his mom to happen to repeat again, I was like, okay, does that mean the way she died or the way her life was? So, take it how you want to take it. I wasn't sure there, but I'm thinking the way his mom died, maybe. I don't know. And Harry, he said he went to the media and that he literally approached them and he said, okay, guys, chill out. Like, stop. Give us a break. Did they do it? No. They just want full pedal. And they just picked on her left, right, and center. Everything she did, they picked. Huh? Like, she's human. Sooner or later, something was going to happen. There's no way you can pick on someone that much and think, oh yeah, she's just gonna stick around for a while. Knowing Harry is one of those people, even from when he was young. So as I said, again, those who are around when he was young, he was very headstrong. He did what he wanted to do. Obviously, in the beginning, he was rebellious. There would be pictures of him drunk on the bench. He was just, he was a rebellious kid. And I think he's changed, but at the same time, he still has a mind of his own. He doesn't completely follow rules, like to the T. Harry said when he called his dad from Canada to tell him about, what was going to happen, that they're stepping down. He said it got to a point, apparently the dad stopped taking his calls and he told him, whatever you want to talk about or something, write it in a letter. I'm so... What? He stopped taking his calls and he said, write it all in letter. They were basically, and every time he would tell him, they're like, yeah, that's how it goes. Everyone goes through it. It's life. We can't do nothing about it, We all the other royals go through it. Everyone goes through it. You just have to grit your teeth and take it. You and your wife have to grit your teeth and take it. And what smashes it is that the family, when all this tabloid stuff happened, the family didn't come out to help. Even when he went to the family and asked them to help him and stuff, they did not come out to help. But instead, members of parliament, I think he said some ladies, some women in parliament came out and stood up for Meghan, and they were like, the tabloids are doing too much. They were like, the tabloids are being racist to Meghan. The tabloids are, destroying Meghan. They came out and spoke, but his family, they didn't come out to speak about Jack. They didn't say nothing. They just hushed and just let the girl suffer through it all. Even though, well, Harry said that when Meghan told him about how she felt, he didn't tell his family because he didn't want them to, I think, see them as weak. I think that's what he said, to see them as weak. I think that's what he said. I forgot what he said. So the family didn't know about Meghan being suicidal. So Harry thinks that Meghan actually saved him because he felt that he was trapped as well. But when Oprah said, you felt trapped, he goes, why didn't you leave before? And he said unknowingly he was trapped until Meghan came in the picture and he saw how trapped she was. He realized that he was trapped as well in the institution. And he said that his dad and his brother, they are both trapped in there. They can't leave. They just can't leave because obviously they're in line for the crown. They can't just leave. But I guess like, bruv, this sounds like a cult. This sounds like, if you leave, we're going to kill you. Like, it's not making sense. But then at the same time, it's like, bruh. My brain was like, what? The royal hoodoo? What? They took your passport, they took your keys, your driver's license, you can't leave the house. They don't care about your well-being. They're like, girl, you can drop dead if you want. We ain't helping you. We're not taking you to no doctors. No, we're not doing that. Because it's bad for the monarchy. Monarchy over life. That's how it is. And then the other major one as well is that Harry said that the family cut him off financially. But at the same, I was like, but we thought, I think I saw it somewhere again on the news somewhere that his dad was helping him financially. But it seemed like everyone cut him off financially. And he was living off the money his mom left him. So if he didn't have the money his mom left him, and this is why he said they had to do the deal with Netflix and Apple, I think, because he said we need to make some kind of income. He has to protect his family because there's no one, the security are gone, the English security are gone, the monarchy security are gone. They're not protecting them anymore. So he's like, I need to find a way to get an income to protect my family. Okay, so they had to do that. But really, they said when they left, they didn't have a plan. They literally didn't have a plan. That's why they lived at Tyler Perry's house, and he was providing, protection for them as security, So dude had to find a job or some way to get an income because he has a family to take care of. So really, I don't see how they can blame him, to be honest with you. You cannot blame the guy for finding ways to make money to look after his family and protect them. At the end of the day, the world knows who they are, okay? And for the royal family to cut them, the security is like, what, you don't care about our lives? You don't care if somebody kills us or something bad happens to us? You've taken the security away. So he had to make that decision to be like, okay, I need to protect my family. And that's what he did. So I don't think they should really blame him. They should not blame him whatsoever, okay? You take this away, I'm going to have to figure out a different way. So guys, those are some of the points I got. Obviously the interview was like 1 hour 40 minutes or something. It is long process. This video, I don't know how long it's gonna be. I hope it's not too long, but if it's long, it's the big news of the day. This is the interview that we've been waiting for since we found out that it's gonna be interview. Okay, I was like, they had even said it was gonna be at 8, and I was like, right, I need to put the twins to bed at 7:30. I need to be there with my notebook and be ready to write, but it came on at 9. But if you want, I hope you can rewatch it, guys. Whoever didn't watch it, I hope you can rewatch it. But these are the points I could find I want you to talk about. And guys, let's take this as a lesson, okay? A lot of us, even me, I have to put my hand up. We were like, why is she mourning for? Why is she being, dramatic? She can, like, she's royal, But when now the interview came out, I'm like, okay. Again, as I said, I've told you guys, I think in the beginning, I'm learning not to judge people. We need to learn to stop judging people. Just because they're famous, just because they got money, it doesn't mean they don't have problems. It doesn't mean they're not struggling from different things. It doesn't mean, they're not struggling mentally. Everyone has some people are okay, some people aren't. But you can't judge someone over a picture, over a video, over them in a club dancing. You can't judge. You just can't, because you're not in their shoes. You don't know what's going on with their lives. Even though they might say, oh, I'm okay. Sometimes they're doing it because they're being told to do it. Because they got bills to pay, because they've got contracts they've signed that say you can't do this or else this. Okay, so let's try not to judge too much. And I hope this video was informative. I hope I helped, it was a little bit fun. It's a little bit sad, okay? But I hope you enjoy the video, guys. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you watched the video. Let me know what you thought, let me know what surprised you about the interview, what you thought you knew, what you didn't. Just let me know. Let's talk in the comment section below. And I shall speak to you later. Bye, guys.